Divine Feminine, what's up with you guys? Okay, you are in a cosmic reset. And we're going to get into the reasons why I'm feeling such and how you directly can navigate this, especially if you are feeling a little bit down. There are two polarities of really what could potentially be for Divine Feminines. Now, some of you do make sure to look at the Divine Masculine. Sometimes some of our frequency can come up inside of their readings, can also serve as more clarity. Separately, it can be at the moment that you've actually already moved through some of these feelings, but we're going to get into what I'm seeing so that you can decide where you sit. Now, for some of you, if you are looking at your life and you're feeling like everything is upside down, things aren't flowing effectively, this can be something to do with a reset that you directly are going through. It also can have some significance relating to a previous eclipses, transits, and retrogrades. I do feel because we had both Juno and Venus retrograde, Juno's going to be there, to my belief, for a little bit longer. We'll double check it. We are having Mercury going direct by the 7th. Okay, it will re-enter Aries on the 16th. We also have Venus. Let's see. Venus goes direct on the 13th. Mars on the 18th moves into Leo. Now, why am I mentioning this? It isn't a retrograde. And I always say, when Venus is retrograde, we can literally experience the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, at the very end of the month, we did have Juno going retrograde. So for many of us, we can be feeling as though things aren't as we would like them to be. Things aren't where we feel they should be. We can have value system changes, exes from the past coming back. We could have, 1 minute things could be flowing, the next minute it could feel deeply confusing. We also, because we are evolving and changing, we could be looking at, oh my gosh, everything is crap, everything is going, how do I feel about this? How do I look at this? I've got this kind of craziness going on at this point in time. But really, at the top of it, for this, you are going to move into this reset. But first, you're assessing these frequencies of losses, these frequencies of where you stand with the grounding energy. Your outcome card, the Moonlit Goddess, is where you're heading. Okay? So these lunations are directly impacting you. These vibrations of the retrograde are directly impacting you and your twin flame path. When we do tend to have Juno retrograde, it can be more difficult than a Venus retrograde. It is linked to very spiritual connections. It's linked to marriages. And it's quite a karmic reckoning when it's retrograde. So we can embody some really interesting, at times, Lilith energies when we are dealing with that shadow work or dealing with a dynamic that we're having to assess and evolve and, grow through and move through and even purge at times. It can be, wow, I haven't actually honored the fact that this and that has made me feel that way. Now, where is Juno going to be? It's moving between Sagittarius and then it does ingress back into Scorpio with its retrograde. So what are the key things that can come up here that you directly can be feeling? If you are feeling shadow work, it can be to do with Jupiter energy. Do we have fun together? Is the person married? Am I married? What do I believe in where it comes to marriage? What are my spiritual value systems versus what are their spiritual value systems? Are my value systems respected? Bear in mind, we did have the eclipses. And for Divine Feminines, linking to these brand new starts can be a sudden desire to change who you are, a sudden desire to change your hair, change it. But a lot is changing on the inside, not just the outside. So there is this reset, there is this transition. But how it can be playing out initially is you can feel very overwhelmed. One minute you can have certain aspects of your life moving forward, and you directly can feel as though all of these things are going to mean that I'm not going to get what I want. And I don't actually feel that's the case in this. I feel it's more we're having to trust the process. We're having to reintegrate into who we are and know that this transition is going to be something that is going to be quite positive for you. Now, as we look to the top row, we have purification of water. Now, you look to the back of this person and they have the sun. And, the water can signify the emotions. We do have Mars in Cancer. It's going to transition into Leo, as I mentioned before. So Cancer can be your emotions. It can be the Cancerian attributes of the moon can heighten every experience we're going through. We can have purging that comes up. We can feel that we just need to clean shop, clean our bodies, clean our life, get our shit together. We also can feel that we're wanting to move away from choppy waters, but there's a lot, if you look at the top row, in the heart of it, there's a lot of remembrance, and this can be flashbacks to the past, flashbacks to what happened, be it good things, bad things, nostalgia, bittersweet. We're going through those processes. Now, eternal love, we do have the frequency of, sometimes we can even get to a space we can say to ourselves, what if I'm not a twin flame? What if this isn't the love of my life? Well, your heart has its own pulse and it tells you what it desires, be it it's right or wrong. It is having a story here. And so the ego of this can be cropping up because, yet again, we see the sun wanting to be the hero's journey in this circumstance, wanting to be, the queen on the throne, so to speak. But you do want peace within it. You want harmony, you want balance. For some of you, it can be that you're feeling hope. Right after you let go, it's like things start shifting. Universe and Gaia does have your back. You are very, very connected. It can be a time where, because of these changes you're going through, trust that nothing can ever be taken from you that is truly yours. Trust that, your passions are going to be reignited. That through, it's almost like you could be swinging like a pendulum, 1 minute very emotional and watery, 1 minute very passionate. But you are very, very protected here. And this protection is trying to get you through this beautiful change. And this beautiful change is going to bring you to this rebirth of who you are. This moonlit goddess energy, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. Where it comes to your twin flame, it can be that you're having mixed feelings. It can be that you're feeling like everything is doom and gloom, and the next minute things, and sometimes we can experience that when we're getting very choppy waters. Now, the one way you can look at this point in time, especially if you are in direct communication with this person, is there are potentials and possibilities of slight delays, not permanent. This is a permanent reset, I can tell you that. Try to not personalize it too much if you have started getting communication, if you are getting movement. It's okay to have those healthy boundaries, but also keep in mind that both divine feminine and masculine at this point in time are going through a cosmic reset. And so sometimes that can unfortunately look messy. The air is going to clear. It is going to make more sense as we do proceed forward. We have so much integration we're doing at this point in time. Your guides are going to be giving you so many downloads, but the only problem is sometimes we can't receive those downloads when we're in that egoic experience. And that's not to say don't have an egoic experience. We're human beings. How can that look? It could be you're trying to decipher things. You're looking at things. You could be dissecting it. You could be feeling it. When we're in that vibration, it's very difficult to receive psychically or to receive the guidance, to see things clearly. When you get a moment, step out of the painting, into observing it, and ground yourself. And I feel you're going to come to this very natural resonance of actually receiving these downloads. You are moving into duality. Both the past and the present are going to merge. in a brand new physical way. Your guides and angels are protecting you, and you also have that power too. I do see there's a significant leap forward, and right where you feel it's over, it's not. Love and light. We will check in with this energy next week, and hopefully you take care. If you do want more content like this, don't forget to click the subscribe bell. Otherwise, I will see those of you over in our brand new membership. If you do want to get onto the wait list, you can get all the information directly below to join our brand new membership.